What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Vadim Nemkov and Ryan Bader. Nemkov, big knockout victory, round number 2, captures the Bellator light heavyweight belt over Ryan Bader, who is the dual champion. Bader is still the champion at heavyweight in Bellator. I believe he will move back up and look to defend that belt. I feel like he's been at heavyweight for a while. He's probably gotten used to that weight class. Coming back down, he looked a lot slower than Nemkov. The output was substantially different, and Nemkov was dominant, pushing Bader back the entire time. Now, for Bader, I'd like to see him go up to heavyweight and defend that belt. Maybe a name like Czech Congo, or maybe it's Vitaly Minakov. I mean, we'll see who is the next opponent for Ryan Bader. Maybe Moldavsky, who won against Roy Nelson. There's a lot of very tough matchups coming up for Ryan Bader at heavyweight, and this is a bad loss that he took here. And I mean, now there's kind of a blueprint to beat Ryan Bader. We've seen it in the past in the octagon, but nobody in Bellator had been able to do so. Nemkov pushed Bader back and was able to get the knockout win. Now for Nemkov, huge victory here. I believe he'll probably get Corey Anderson next. Anderson recently signing with Bellator, top fighter in the UFC. I think that's an intriguing matchup. Right out the gate, I lean Nemkov. I think he can get the knockout over Corey Anderson. I think that head kick that he threw against Ryan Bader was beautiful. I mentioned in the pre-fight that he is very good at head kicks from range, and he looked fantastic with them. Landed a big shot, cracked Bader, put him down. Bader survived for a while. I mean, the ref could have stopped it, but I think he wanted to give the chance to the dual champion Ryan Bader, and ultimately Bader was done. He was running away. He gets dropped. Bad loss for Bader, great win for Nemkov. I think Nemkov definitely has an exciting future. I believe he's only 28 years old. Yeah, he's 28 years old. I mean, that's super impressive. He's a really good light heavyweight. He's a Fedor protege. For Ryan Bader, he's 37. I believe he's at the tail end of his career at this point. I think Bader is moving up to heavyweight and staying there. There was this discussion or debate, whatever you want to call it, about are the Bellator light heavyweights now better than the UFC light heavyweights as far as, John Jones relinquishing the belt? I immediately will tell you guys no, I don't believe that. I think there's really good light heavyweights in Bellator. I think Vadim Nemkov is a very high level light heavyweight in Bellator, but I don't think that division is better than the UFC's light heavyweight division. I mean, there's some good guys. You have Nemkov, Bader, Phil Davis, and then you now have Corey Anderson. I mean, Lyoto Machida's in the mix there, but Lyoto Machida's not an elite level guy. When he left the octagon at middleweight, he was knocked out by Derek Brunson before defeating Vitor Belfort. I mean, I really feel like Bellator pushed that narrative definitely to sell and get some more views, and I think they did so. Bader was claiming he's the best light heavyweight on the planet. Obviously, that didn't last long. If he was, it was only for about 5 days or a week. Nemkov gets the big win here. I'm really excited to see, though, what Nemkov does next. I think he beats Corey Anderson. I think he beats a lot of these guys in this Bellator light heavyweight division, and I would truly be interested in seeing him eventually make his way possibly over to the UFC if he fights out of a contract, because he looks really good here in Bellator. And at the end of the day, yes, Bellator can say they have this great light heavyweight division, but they're not the UFC. They still are the number 2 league behind the UFC in the States. They're good. They're a good league. There's a lot of good fighters, but you can't claim to be better than the UFC. They're not. Just the depth of the divisions. Yes, the guys at the top, they have some good names that are top 15 in the world, but there's not that much competition there. There's not that many guys that are that good. The UFC, you start from the bottom, build your way up to the top, is an extremely tough road. Bellator picked up a lot of ex-UFC guys that knew they were not going to win the belt in the UFC. Ryan Bader was never going to be a UFC champion. Not to be an asshole, not to be rude, not to disrespect Bader, who's a very good fighter, but he would never be a UFC light heavyweight champion. He wasn't going to beat Daniel Cormier. He wasn't going to beat John Jones. I don't think he could beat Reyes. I don't know if he could beat Jan Blachowicz. Maybe he could beat Thiago Santos. Maybe. I mean, stylistically, I think he'd probably end up getting knocked out, possibly, seeing this. I mean, as long as he's getting pushed backwards, he can't do that much. Nemkov, though, I do think is legit in a fun matchup. Now, am I going to say he's going to beat Dominic Reyes? No. John Jones? No. But I think he's a guy that could be in that mix, and he's only 28. 2 years from now, who knows? I'd like to see Nemkov get signed by the UFC. Definitely something they need to look into is getting Nemkov over within the next few years, because I think he's a fun fighter at light heavyweight. He's entertaining. He's got good skills overall, and he's a Fedor protege. and we love to see it. You know, it keeps Fedor kind of in the mix. Maybe we'll see Fedor in his corner in the UFC. That would be something crazy. But this is all just hypothetical talk. As of right now, he is the Bellator light heavyweight champion, and I think he will remain there for a while. But that is pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video.